Good morning, my name is Byron True from Metro Weather, and this is this morning's weather brief on Wednesday, the 2nd of January. Today's brief will include a summarized look at your medium-term forecast, followed by a more detailed shorter-term forecast across the UK and Europe. After that, I'll discuss your renewables forecast, followed by Scandinavian precipitation, and finally, global weather alerts. And we'll start with a look at your medium-term forecast across the UK from ECMWF, where there is signal for temperatures to cool into the second half of the month, cooling from near to or slightly above average throughout the first half of January, cooling to near to or slightly below average throughout the second half of January. This cooling trend, also clearly evident in both Germany and France, is likely to be as a result of high pressure that will be dominant across most parts of Western Europe during the first half of the month, eroding significantly into the second half of the month. And now for a more detailed look at your shorter-term forecast, starting between days 11 and 15, during which time temperatures are likely to trend quite near to climate normal across most parts of the UK and Western Europe, with a distinct cooling trend evident in the UK throughout the period, as temperatures cool from near to, although slightly above normal, around day 11, to near to or potentially slightly below normal for day 15. Temperatures are also likely to cool gradually in Germany throughout the period, although remaining above climate normal. There is considerably increased model divergence in France between days 11 and 15, with the ECMWF ensemble model displaying a significantly cooler evolution than that signaled by the GFS ensemble model. At present, the ECMWF ensemble model is preferred in France between days 11 and 15 due to recent model performance and support for a cooler evolution within the Metro model. Temperatures are likely to be above normal across most parts of Western Europe between days 6 and 10, with temperatures nearer to, although still above normal, in the UK. Once again, temperatures are likely to cool throughout next week, with good agreement between both the EC and GFS ensemble models in the UK. This overall cooling trend next week is once again mirrored in Germany. However, in Germany, there is an increasing model divergence between the EC and GFS ensemble models into the middle and latter part of the week. Once again, the EC ensemble model is favored over the GFS ensemble model due to recent model performance. And over the next 2 to 5 days, temperatures are likely to be above normal to well above normal across the UK and most parts of Western Europe, while temperatures in Spain will be nearer to, although still above, normal for this time of year. Temperatures in the UK are expected to peak at roughly 4 or 5 degrees above climate normal through the middle part of this week, after which temperatures are expected to cool gradually throughout the course of next week. And now for a look at your renewables forecast across the UK and Europe, starting with your wind power generation percentage forecast across Germany for the next 4 days, during which time medium or high levels of wind power generation is likely in Germany, with generation likely to peak on Thursday afternoon at roughly 80 or 90% of maximum capacity. As would be expected, the overall trend in the wind power generation is similar for Benelux. However, in Benelux, wind power generation will struggle to reach 80% of maximum capacity on Thursday afternoon. Looking at the wind probability threshold map for Amsterdam, you can see that there is up to a 60% probability of high power or more than 25 km/h sustained winds on Thursday afternoon, with winds then expected to ease somewhat into the weekend and the beginning part of next week, where we see the red line that represents winds below 5 km/h or near calm, increasing to roughly 40 or 60% chance of near calm conditions through the first half of next week. And now for Scandinavian precipitation, where most of coastal Norway is likely to see precipitation totals near to or above average over the next 7 or 8 days, while Finland will see near average rainfall, and most central and southern parts of Sweden, as well as far southeastern parts of Norway, are likely to see precipitation totals below normal to well below normal. And now for your global weather alerts, starting with the US temperature anomaly forecast over the next 7 or 8 days, during which time temperatures across most parts of the US are likely to trend below normal to well below normal at times. Meanwhile, temperatures in some far northern areas are likely to trend above normal for this time of year, while in the far southeast and for Florida in particular, temperatures will trend nearer to, although still likely slightly above average. And in Brazil, precipitation totals across most northern parts are likely to be below normal to well below normal, although in the far south, precipitation totals will be near to or even slightly above average. And in East Asia, temperatures are likely to be below normal to well below normal across most parts over the next 7 or 8 days, with temperatures most significantly below climate normal in northeastern parts of China. And east of Madagascar, tropical cyclone Dumile is expected to continue tracking southwards over the coming days, eventually turning southeastwards into the latter part of this week, moving away from the continent. And finally, off the east coast of Australia, tropical cyclone Frida is currently expected to turn westwards on Friday, heading towards the east coast of Australia. For more information and updates on both of these tropical cyclones, please visit the Joint Typhoon Warning Center website. And that's all for today's weather brief. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.